Well, no snow in the forecast, but the wind, boy, it's whipping off of Lake Erie and into Highmark Stadium, just south of Buffalo, New York. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store. As it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Buffalo Bills. On the Bears sideline, the head man, Ben Johnson. His guys are in the midst of a great run, only one loss in their last 10 games. Across from him, his counterpart, Bills head coach Sean McDermott. His guys coming off their byes, so they should be fresh and ready to get after it. And we are underway in Buffalo. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Motion man is Shakir. Here's Allen. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Allen. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd.
Working out of the gun, Williams. Complete. Richardson has it. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. The Bears at 9-1 on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You look at this Buffalo defense. It's quite a unit, number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And this is one of those something's got to give games. You got the number 1 passing team in the NFL against the number 1 defense against the pass. A lot of times the battle's in the trenches. We know that. We see it all the time. But this one, this game's going to be won on the outside.
It's a gain of 5.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
To throw, Williams. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now it's Richardson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
On the ground, here's Richardson again. And a strong run there as he maneuvered his way down inside the 15. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
To the air, Williams. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Second and 1.
Throwing is Williams. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. From the gun, here's Williams. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Here we go now on first and goal.
It's a gain of a yard.
To throw once more, here's Williams. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Touchdown.
Luther Burden, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo.
Bears 7.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
For Chicago.
Oh, heck of a move. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bills offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing now is Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Allen going to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Montez Sweat in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. On the handoff, they start with Richardson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 2 yards to go, second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw, it's Williams. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Here's Richardson. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
First down. A gain of 7. And the Bears first down.
Looking to throw is Williams. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Here's Williams. He finds his man. Complete. That's Alvarez. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. Looking to throw. Williams. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Pass caught right side by Loveland. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They run with Richardson.
Brings up 2nd and 5. A gain of 6.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they go. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Luther Burden with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. So the shotgun snap to Allen. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. That last throw, Charles, is going to move him past 32,942 yards passing for his career, and that surpasses the total of the Hall of Famer and a colleague of both of ours, Troy Aikman.
Yeah, played from 1989 to 2000, and Troy Aikman, he was about winning, because remember, he had Michael Irvin to throw it to, he had Emmitt Smith to hand it to. Just imagine if he was throwing it the way they throw it around nowadays, his numbers, boy, would they be sky high.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the ground. Cook. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Bears' 30-yard line.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
A loss of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 7.
He's in the space past the 25. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's another Bills 1st down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw. A nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Bears 5-yard line.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Montez Sweat. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
After the sack, 3rd and goal now from the 12. Allen now looks to throw. And that is caught. touchdown, Buffalo. Josh Palmer, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bills have cut it back within a score.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because giving up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7.
14.
So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Over the middle, complete. It's Walker. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
But I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense and Josh Allen heading back out again. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Palmer. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Bills, first down. First and 10 at the 30.
That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Now Allen. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Richardson. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richardson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Williams now operating from the gun. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 4. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. From the gun on 3rd down. Williams. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll look to throw again. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Colston Loveland taking it in. And the Bears are able to add on to that lead. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22. Buffalo set to get the football back here. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
10 at the 22-yard line.
To the air, Allen. Has his man, it's Shakir. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And the Bills, first down. 1st and 10 at the 36.
Here's Allen. That complete. It's Tyler Scott with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's another Bills first down.
Now Allen again. Shakir hauls it in. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Now 2nd and 5. Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Another Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here's Allen to throw it. And this will be incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Tyler Scott, incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line.
That's good for a Bills first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Josh Palmer with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point splits the uprights. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Bills 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. A great move by Montgomery. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bears offense and Caleb Williams set to go to work once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. To the air, Williams. Over the middle, he's going to find Burden.
Complete to Luther Burden. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and
Here's
4.
Williams. A final shot before break. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's building his case for MVP consideration with each passing week. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes as we move into the back half of the season.
They start on the ground. It's Richardson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
To throw, Williams. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. They'll run on first down. Richardson. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He'll look middle here and give it to Odunze.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 42.
13 yards on the play.
On the draw, this is Richardson. And powering through at the 35. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
A 7-yard pickup.
They'll run again with Richardson. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
97 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Touchdown, Bears! A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Cook up the gut. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Montez Sweat brought him down. No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Throwing now is Allen. He'll air this one toward Coleman.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
Now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a draw play, Richardson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Throwing is Williams. There's a short one caught by Loveland. Now 3rd down and 7.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Looking to throw is Williams. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And this has not been their best half so far. They're down double digits already and now forced to operate from inside their own 5.
And what they have to do now is not curse their fate as much as focus on the task at hand. Inside their own 5-yard line, they've got to be careful of taking care of the football and not turning it over for the defense to score additional points.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Allen going to throw. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line.
5-yard gain on the play. And the Bills 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
It's a loss of 8.
Jervon Dexter gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing deep here for Coleman. They've got his man complete. A big play here for Buffalo. 44 yards.
That's good for Bills. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Well, Josh Allen just might have the strongest arm in the NFL. And at 6'5", he can put his whole body into it, too. And this, an absolutely gorgeous throw. Perfect arc, and it results in a big, big pickup.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 41. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Richardson to start the drive. And he stopped immediately there. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Richardson. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Here's Castillo from the gun on 3rd down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Bills' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Coleman, the man in motion left. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First down.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Right back to Cook for another completion. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. The 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You've got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Allen going to run with it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
That's good for a Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Allen now looks to throw. That's to Cook out of the backfield. Wasn't a ton of space, but a great move. He's able to work it to the 20-yard line. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 20-yard line.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Now Allen. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
A 10th carry of the game for Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
A yard of the play. It's now 3rd down and 4.
To throw, it's Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dawson Knox, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. Castillo. Complete. Richardson has it. The Bears on 3rd down. They've had good success. 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Castillo. And he will have the Bears first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
And the Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Richardson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Castillo. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now. He's been terrific so far. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
He'll take over 1st and 10 at the 38.
To throw is Castillo. Throwing to start the drive. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Bears first down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
15-yard line.
They'll try the left side. Richardson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Luther Burden, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bears add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. a clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. That's out wide for Palmer.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Now Allen.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Kyler Gordon picks it off.
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
At the 43-yard line.
They got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd.
Looking to throw. Castillo.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Bears first. And that should be the capper.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Chicago.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all.